Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're up here in Knoxville at bassboatelectronics.com and Ultramarine because we've got our 2026 920 Elite X from Phoenix that we just picked up on Friday, and we're starting to do the whole rigging process. So we're kind of a mess right now, but we've got all the Garmin electronics mounted on the Bass Boat Technologies mounts. We've got the Garmin trolling motor, the Force Pro that we're going to be installing, doing a little bit of tweaking there at the back. We've got a ladder that we got to put on the power poles, and then we've also got, of course, the Pro Guide batteries that are going to power everything. So we've got a lot to do, or I say they've got a lot to do. They're the professionals. For the most part, I just kind of sit back and just make sure that, I'm thinking through how I want things to go, things that I have some expertise on or preferences on. And one of the biggest things that I've got some major preferences with is how I set up my power pole remotes and switches. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, because there's a little bit of a science to setting up your power pole remote systems to where they're super easy to use and get to, exactly which button you're hitting, and also, they're just in a very intuitive spot overall. So there's three different remote systems that I'm going to show you in three different locations in the boat, and so I wanted to go over the rhyme and reason, so why I put them in the locations that I do. So the first remotes that I want to show you are the standard foot switch remote controls that are these separate buttons here. Okay, there's also another style of foot switch, which is this one. I'm not even sure if they make this one anymore. I had this in my shop, so I brought it with me just in case. But this one, you can see it's one little frame with the two buttons on it. I don't necessarily like this one as much because when I'm stomping on the remote, I want to make sure that I'm only hitting the up or the down, depending on what I need at that moment. And I like the separate switches because that gives you the option to really separate them. And so I know if I'm hitting the right side, I'm hitting the down, which I always like to put the down button on my more dominant side. So my dominant foot, which is my right foot, I want to make sure that the down is there, because usually when you're most frantic to find the button for the power pole, it's usually when you're wanting to put the power poles down. So like if you hook into a fish and you don't want to drift into some cover or some type of structure, you want to put the power poles down to stop you. And so I want to make sure that the down button is on my dominant side and in a really, really easy to reach spot. And as far as the up's really important, but it's not as important for it to be on the dominant side, so I keep it separated here. A lot of people, I'm not going to move these because I've got them exactly where I want them. In fact, I already started drilling some holes, but a lot of people will put them stacked on top of each other. So the down will be, below the up, but they'll both be on the same side. I don't like that. It's a personal preference thing, but for me, that creates an opportunity where you might have to pay more attention than you really need to make sure that you're not hitting one or the other. So you want to make sure that they're separated. In my opinion, I like to have them on either side as opposed to on one side and stacked on top of each other. So another big key to installing these separate foot switches is making sure that they're far enough forward to where they're out of your normal path of where you're normally standing, so you're not like hitting them on accident, but they're not too far forward to where the electronics are overlapping over them. So we've got the Bass Boat Technologies hood mount that we're going to be mounting our 12 and 16 inch echo maps on, and so that's going to overlap a good amount. So it's probably going to be like right here where the 12-inch graph is going to be. So I don't want to move this too far forward. So I found what I think is going to be the perfect spot about right here. And so that is going to give me full access, no issues, you know, reaching the button. I'm going to be able to find it even without looking for it. You know, I can just intuitively stomp it with my foot over there, and it's not going to be too far forward. So that's just something to think about. Again, like, power poles are all about efficiency, right? Helping you stay more efficient. And so you want to make sure that your switches, your remotes, are in a place that, you know, just kind of help you do that, remain efficient. So the next remote that I've got on this boat that I just installed is this one right here. So the one pump system that we've got on this, the one pump system has you know, a new redesigned remote. I'll show it to you real quick. And I forgot to mention that we've got the one pump system, which, you know, one pump manages and controls two blades. We've got the 8-foot black blades on there. This is the new remote for the one pump system. Looks really cool, nice and sleek. You know, works great. Big buttons. I like that. The one thing that I don't like about this for right here, and again, we're nitpicking here. We're getting really fine tuned. The reason I don't like it here is because, again, if I'm not looking at the remote, you know, maybe it's dark. You know, a lot of times we'll put in the dark, you know, at a launch ramp, or even, you know, early in the morning or late at night. I don't want to have to look at the remote to know which button to push. And sometimes my memory is not all that great, so I can't just assume that I know, you know, that the left is always going to be down. So I like the old style oval remotes that have a stacked button orientation. So I know when I hit the button that's more far forward, that's going to be up, and then the back one's going to be down. So I like it right here. So as opposed to like some other popular places I've seen people mount them are back here. Okay, that's an okay spot. Down here, I think there's too much. You're having to like maneuver around your throttle, which I don't think is something you want to do. Because a lot of times, like, I'm putting the power poles down, you know, in a hurry. A lot of times I have to put them down real quick to you know, maneuver, or, you know, stop next to a dock or something like that. So, like, I don't want to have to maneuver around anything. You know, I want to be able to just real quick hit it. Another spot that a lot of people put it is right here. Again, you kind of got to work your way around the wheel. So right here, mounted horizontal, this oval mount is the way that I've found is the best, because it's like right here, super easy to grab. In fact, my hand is usually resting right here anyways while I'm driving, and so I can press down. I know that the button closest to me is down, the one further away is up. So I don't ever have to look at this remote at all the way that it's mounted. But I can't say that for any of the other possible spots, but of course that's just a personal preference thing. So that's the second remote that I have. Very important for you know, just maneuverability, you know, when you're launching your boat or when you're parking on the shoreline before blast off, any of that stuff. All right, so the third remote, which honestly I don't see a lot of people putting a remote here, but it is one of the most used remotes that I've got in this boat, believe it or not. So imagine you're fishing up here, you hook into a fish, and you start fighting that fish. A lot of times, you know, if you're like flipping and pitching, it might be a really short fight. So you're not gonna have time to like hit the remote up here, the button, you know, here at the pedal that we showed you earlier. You're already kind of working your way backwards. You maybe boat flip the fish or whatever, or you're just fishing and maybe rigging up stuff and you're just kind of drifting. But whenever you're right here, you know, a lot of people will just have that remote right there, so they'll use that one. Or they'll hop up on the bow and hit those switches. But I will tell you, you are going to be much happier if you just add another remote right here. So this is you can see this is the one pump redesign switch. This is a really good spot for it. So I mounted it here. We've got the mount for it, the cradle. And this is a great spot for it. So like whenever I'm sitting here, or just away from that switch or the switches up there, I can just hit this real quick, drop the poles or lift them up. It is a really, really useful spot that a lot of people overlook. They just think it's going to be, it's going to be easy enough to reach some of the other switches, but you will be amazed at how much you use that remote right there in the center of the boat. So, and I've seen other guys put like the stomp switches, stomp remotes, like right here. You could even do it right here. I was even thinking about putting this one right there, but decided against it because it's just so good, nice and clean, out of the way. So if I'm sitting right here, I can just hit it real quick. So that is another one that I will always install in my boat. In fact, I say always. This last boat that I had, the 2025 Phoenix 920 Elite, I didn't do it, and all year long I've just been like, you need to install it, you need to put it there, because it was just driving me crazy not having it there where I could use it. So anyways, guys, these are just some really fine-tuned style of tips and information on where to put your power pole switches and remotes. Again, power poles are made to increase your overall efficiency, allow you to lock down in place without drifting into cover or some type of structure, or and also to help you at the launch ramp. So if you have power poles, you spend all that money on them, you want to make sure that the remotes to operate them are in places that allow you to be more efficient and are just super intuitive. So this is the walkthrough of how I do it. It comes down to personal preference, but hopefully some of the insight that I have will help you put your remotes in the places that help you the most. So anyways, guys, let me know what your thoughts are. Do you put any remotes anywhere else on your boat? I'd like to hear your opinion on that. I'm going to see you guys out on the water. Check out bassboatelectronics.com and Ultramarine. I'm going to put links in the description below. I'll see you out on the water. Trust the process.